Hi everyone, Miss Courtney here. I'm super excited to share a recipe with you today. Passover is right around the corner, and that means Charoset time! I don't know about you guys, but I love Charoset. That's usually the chopped up apple with some walnuts, maybe some grape juice and some cinnamon. Super delicious, we love it. But today, I'm gonna be sharing with you a special Charoset recipe. This one is actually a Sephardic version of Charoset, and it's gonna be in a truffle form. It's super, super delicious and sticky and sweet. My entire family loves it. I've been making it for the past 6 years now, and it is a huge hit. Yummy! So the ingredients you're gonna need are 1.5 cups of dried apricots, 1.5 cups of pitted dates, 1/2 cup of golden raisins, 3/4 cup of pistachios. Please look for the ones that are already shelled. My poor little fingertips, they hurt so bad. But I'm telling you, the pistachios, they make it so good. And you're also gonna need 2 tablespoons of honey. These are the ingredients that are going to go inside the truffles. Afterwards, we're gonna dip them in a cinnamon and sugar mixture, so you're also gonna need that too. This is a super simple recipe. I'd say the most difficult part is probably just the constant pulsing that you're gonna need to do because they are sticky. But I mean, you just throw all the ingredients, aside from the cinnamon and sugar, into the blender, and you just keep pulsing it until it turns into more of like a puree, but it depends. Some people like it a little bit more on the chunkier side. Some people like it a little bit more on the puree side. I kind of do it like a little bit of both. It is tasty. So you're just gonna pour everything into the blender or a food processor, whatever you have that has like heavy duty blades and a good motor, because it is sticky. And try to get away. You're just gonna add all this into the blender. And it says 2 tablespoons of honey, but I just eye it out. Just a nice good squeeze there, and a nice good squeeze over here. Maybe we're good. Okay, so this is the finished product after blending. It's quite warm, but that's okay. The motor was working hard. And as you can see on the top area, it's a little bit more chunky, like the pieces are still like a little bit bigger. And then towards the bottom here, it's a little bit more pasty. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoop this out into a bowl and then kind of like mix and blend all that together. So each bite has just kind of like that soft pasted bite, but also a little bit more chunk to it with the pieces at the top. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have our mixture in the bowl. I did add water to the spoon because you're definitely going to want to keep a dish of water nearby because this stuff is very, very sticky. So just dip your hands in the water, grab a chunk of mixture. Now this is great if you want to have your little ones help because it's very fun. It's got like a little sensory thing going on. It's squishy, and I mean, it's fun to snack on too while you make them. So I typically make them about this size, and sometimes I'll make them a little bit smaller so you can just pop them right in your mouth. So once you roll them into a ball, you're gonna roll them into the cinnamon and sugar mixture, and you're done. So we refrigerate them, but when it's time for our Seder meal, we like to pull them out of the refrigerator, especially if we make them ahead of time. Like if it was Passover right now, I would leave these out because at room temperature, they're nice. You can spread them on the matzah and it's just delicious. When they're in the refrigerator, it's a little bit harder to spread them just because, you know, they're a little bit more dense. but they are so delicious for snacking. I'm telling you, they are delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little miniature one to pop in your mouth. And sometimes if your hands are wet enough, you can just kind of like smush them. They don't have to be perfect. Now I will say, if you're making these ahead of time and you have them in the refrigerator and you're ready to pull them out for Passover, I would recommend having the cinnamon and sugar, like a dish of cinnamon and sugar, just to recoat them one more time. Because when they come out of the refrigerator, sometimes they can get a little bit of moisture on them, and it makes it so the cinnamon and sugar get a little bit more sticky than usual. I don't know if that makes sense. But this is the trial and error that I've learned over these past 6 years now. So, check them out. My beautiful little truffles. And these will make a ton. They'll probably make about 20 or 30 truffles depending on the size that you make. So I hope you guys try this recipe out. It's really easy and it's super delicious. It's healthy. So you can have this during Passover or not, anytime really. So let me know if you guys decide to make this recipe, and email more Rebecca if you take pictures of it. Have a happy Passover, guys.